What's going on, everybody? It's Brian here at the B Dubs Movie Hub. Today, I'm here to talk about New Jersey Horror Con 2025. They just did their first show of the year here in Edison, New Jersey, just last weekend. It was March 1st and 2nd. I went with a buddy of mine on March 1st. So I just wanted to kind of talk about the guests that they had there, show pictures of a couple of people that I met, and of course, all the physical media that I picked up at the convention. So sit tight and we'll get to it. Before I show off some of the pictures that I got with some of the celebrities that were there, I figured I would just kind of go through the website and kind of show off who was there. I didn't really take any video at the convention. We were there only for a few hours. I wasn't really sure I was really wanted to meet anybody. I was just kind of going to see what it was like. I'd never been to New Jersey Horror Con before. So, yeah, we just kind of thought we were going to go to check it out. But did end up meeting a few celebrities. So I'll show those off here in a few, and then we'll go through the physical media that I picked up. But here, let me share my screen and I will show off some of the celebrities that were at the convention. So this was here in Edison on March 1st and 2nd. They have another one coming up in May down in Atlantic City, New Jersey. So I'm probably not going to go to that one. I am going to be hitting up Chiller Theater in April. So that's just, a few weeks away next month. So probably save a little bit of money, not go to the Showboat in Atlantic City show. But the biggest draw was the Blair Witch reunion. So they did have all three members of the Blair Witch Project, the original movie. So they were there. You also had a Halloween Town reunion. I don't know much about this movie. I was a little older, I think, when this came out, so I didn't really get into watching that. But so you did have Heather Donahue from the Blair Witch Project, Michael C. Williams as well, and Joshua Leonard. So all three of them were there. They did do a panel. I think that was on the Sunday. I went on Saturday, so I didn't stay for the panel, or I didn't get to see the panel because I wasn't there for that. Also, you had Angelina Pivernick. I am probably butchering that last name. She's from Jersey Shore. She was there on Saturday. Beverly Mitchell, most known for Seventh Heaven and Saw 2. She was also in Crow City of Angels. She was there. Roger Bart. He's in Back to Future, the musical, Young Frankenstein, Hostel Part 2, whole bunch of movies there. Then you had your cast from Halloween Town, Kimberly J. Brown, Robin Thomas, Daniel Kuntz, J. Paul Zimmerman. Again, I don't know much about Halloween Town. Maybe I'll have to watch it at some point and see if it's something that I'm interested in. But yeah, it was a little after my time. You also had Robert Kurtzman. So he was the original writer for From Dusk Till Dawn before Tarantino took it over. He also directed Wishmaster, which I actually have not seen that movie or any of the sequels. So I'm definitely looking forward to checking out Wishmaster. But yeah, he did a lot of writing. He's done a lot of practical, special effects, makeup here. You can see Nightmare on Elm Street, stuff like that. So he was there. He also had V. Neal. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. So she's an award winner. I think she won an Oscar for, I think, costume design and makeup and stuff. So she was there. Brad Lorry, who was Michael Myers in Halloween Resurrection. He was also in X2, Time Cop, Cabin in the Woods. Cynthia Rothrock was there. I had met her at Chiller last year, so didn't take the opportunity to meet her this time since I did get a picture with her at Chiller. But she was there. John Abrams from Meet the Parents, Scary Movie, The Faculty. He was also in Terrifier 3. James DeBello, who was in Cabin Fever, Scary Movie 2, Detroit Rock City. Frank Henenlotter, who I opted not to meet just because I haven't seen Frankenhooker or any of the Basket Case movies. So I do want to check those out if I get a chance to watch them and he comes back to either NJ HorrorCon or Chiller here in New Jersey. I definitely would like to meet him. Kevin Van Hentrick, also from Basket Case. Again, I did not take the opportunity to meet him. Mindy Sterling was there. She's most notably from the Austin Power movies. I'm not a huge Austin Powers fan, so I don't really know her from that. I actually know her more from the Goldbergs because I used to watch that show. So she was there. Brandy Roderick from Baywatch, Dracula 2, Starsky and Hutch. Rachel Bolin and Dave Snake Sabo. I actually think they ended up canceling. I don't believe they were there either day. Richard Burgi, also from Hostel Part 2, Friday the 13th, Firefly. Camille Keaton, I think she was one of the big draws. I've not seen I Spit on Your Grave, so I did not take the opportunity to meet her. Luke Edwards from Wizard, Little Big League, Newsies, Jeepers Creepers 2. Xander Goldman, I'm not sure who he is, but he was in Crimson Harvest and Massacre Academy. Frankie G, also from Saw 2. He was also in The Italian Job, so he was there. Liana Piraglia. So she was from Stream. I haven't seen that yet. It was on my list to watch. I haven't heard great things about it, but they did have multiple cast members from Stream. And so she was there Sunday. You also had Michael Levy. I think he's a producer on the Terrifier films, also from Stream. Jason Levy. I think they're brothers. Wesley Holloway, who was the kid in the commercial dream sequence in Terrifier 2, also in Stream. Charles Edwin Powell, he's been in Exorcist 3, Screamboat, Screamers, Stream. J.S. Gilbert, who is in Twisted Metal, Doom, and Spawn. American Grimm was there. I guess they're a band. I'm not sure much about them. You had some cosplayers, Father Evil, Lauren Alenia, Barbie Chula New York City, Fallon Vendetta, Lord Damien McDonovan. I did see him walking around. I saw Father Evil walking around as well. So you have Dave Kerr, who is a director. He did Bloody Summer Camp and The Slasher Nurse. I'll talk about a little bit more about him in a few. They were playing Slasher Nurse in a 3 p.m. slot. I didn't get to stay for that, unfortunately. I would have liked to have seen it just for the hell of it. But yeah, I did meet Dave, so I'll talk a little bit about that. Scott Goldberg was there. He did Forest Hills, which was Shelley Duvall's last film. I didn't take the chance to meet him. I'm hoping maybe he'll come to Chiller. If not, maybe another horror convention in New Jersey, because I would like to meet him and kind of talk about Forest Hills. It looked kind of interesting. Joel Robinson as an artist was there as well. It does say more coming soon at the bottom here, but that's it. There are no more because it was last weekend. So that was kind of basically everybody that was there. I'm going to stop sharing my screen now and come back to the big screen. So I did want to talk a little bit about some of the guests that I met. So I'll talk about Dave Kerr first because it was kind of interesting meeting him. So he's a director. He did this movie called Slasher Nurse, which he actually ended up giving out a poster. So let me see if I can back up. We got the ring light here, but he gave this out with a purchase. It was just kind of nice to talk to, a director. I don't get to do that very often, but he was a very nice guy. He had some of his movies for sale. We asked him which of the few that he had for sale that he would recommend. And he recommended Bloody Summer Camp. So I did purchase that one. So this is right here. And he also signed it. And also, I didn't catch her name, but she signed it as well. The makeup artist signed this as well. So I thought that was kind of neat that he took time to sign this. So there's just the inside. And then he put a little card in here as well. Slasher 15 Films. So he's got a website. It's called slasher15.com. So yeah, he put this little card in there. Let's see. They are on Instagram, Bloody Summer Camp Instagram. And then he has Curse of the Slasher Nurse, which was kind of I asked him if it was a prequel to the Slasher Nurse. And he said it was actually, the new one was a reboot. I guess he shot the original slash earners for like $3,000, and he got a bigger budget for $70,000 and redid it. So he did have those for sale, but again, I just opted to purchase the one. So I got Bloody Summer Camp and had him sign it. He was just really nice to talk to, and I'm kind of hoping he might pop around at some other New Jersey conventions, because I wouldn't mind meeting him again and just kind of talking more about the films that he does. So we also met Robert Kurtzman again. So he directed Wishmaster. He wrote that. He wrote the original screenplay for From Dusk Till Dawn before Quentin Tarantino took it over. So we did talk a little bit about that, how he met with Tarantino. And I thought it was just an interesting story. He has done makeup on tons of movies, but because I had never seen Wishmaster, he did have some copies for sale. So he had the Vestron 4-film set for sale. So I did purchase this, and he did sign the slipcover. And then he also signed on the inside as well. I didn't realize that he wrote something. What does it say? I'm not sure what it says, but yeah, he wrote something on there and then signed the front as well. He was really cool. It was really nice talking to him, kind of hearing just his stories about the stuff that he's worked on. So he's another guy that if he came back around to either a Chiller or another convention here in New Jersey, I may stop by and just kind of talk to him again, even if I don't get another picture or sign with him. So here's a quick picture that I did take with Robert Kurtzman. But yeah, so again, really nice guy. Had him sign the Wishmaster cousin, and I can't wait to watch these because I've never seen any of them. And the only other people that I met, I decided kind of last minute to meet the cast of the Blair Witch Project. I kind of wanted to talk to Michael C. Williams because I had actually met him in the past. We worked together very briefly on a feature film. I was a line producer. He showed up. I think he had like 1 day of acting. It was a very small role for him. So I did meet him. So here's a quick picture of the two of us here. And it was cool because I actually asked him if he remembered the movie. We shot it back in 2006, I think. So it's been almost 20 years since that movie was made. It was a low budget independent film here in New Jersey. And he remembered the day that he was there. Doesn't remember meeting me. That's fine. It was a very long time ago. It was very brief. But yeah, it was really cool just to talk to him about kind of that mutual project that we had worked on almost 20 years ago. So I also met Josh Leonard. He was a little sick, so he kind of kept his distance, about an elbow distance away, but super nice guy. Didn't spend too much time talking to him just because he wasn't feeling great. And then, of course, Heather Donahue, who was really, really nice to talk to. I did want to watch the Blair Witch Project the day after. I have the Second Sight 4K, I have the Second Sight Blu-ray, and unfortunately my player is not region free, so I was unable to watch it, but I had such a craving to watch it, and I held off on watching it just because I couldn't, because my player isn't region free. So I got to get myself a region free player at some point so I could check that out. But it was really cool meeting the cast of the Blair Witch Project, all very nice guys. So that was it for as far as the celebrities I met. I went into this not really expecting to meet anybody. The Blair Witch cast was very reasonably priced. That kind of sold me on it. And again, I just wanted to kind of chat with Mike Williams and to see if he remembered working on Montclair. That was the name of the film. So I thought that was really cool to just kind of get to chat with him and just kind of reminisce a little bit about that project. It was a lot of fun back in the day. And then meeting Kurtzman, I thought that was kind of cool. That was kind of a last minute. We met him afterwards, and after I met the Blair Witch, his booth was actually right next to them. And my buddy Greg, I've mentioned him before, so he was like, "Oh, we got to meet Kurtzman. He's done some good work." And sure enough, it was well worth meeting him as well. And it was reasonably priced. I mean, I think the collection was $40, and then he signed it, and we were able to get the picture with him. So I think that was pretty reasonable. DiabolikDVD was there. So they had a booth. There wasn't really many physical media booths there. I was kind of hoping Vinegar Syndrome would be there. They are usually at Chiller. And I think I just saw that they're going to be in Monster Mania which is next weekend. Doesn't look like I'm going to get to go this year to Monster Mania. I've never been to that one. I think we're planning to maybe go next year, my buddies and I, because I think it would be cool to go to that one. It's a little bit bigger of an event. New Jersey Horror Con was kind of on the smaller side. Like I said, there wasn't a ton of celebrities there, and I think the one in Atlantic City is a little bit bigger. They do have that posted on their website. A lot more celebrities will be at that one. So yeah, DiabolikDVD was there. I kind of stopped. I actually went by their booth a few times because I kind of just peeked at what they had. I kind of see what I was planning on buying. I knew I was going to get a bunch of stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I ended up buying 6 movies from the booth. Most of them were Kino Lorber titles. And then I actually got 1 Shout Select. But yeah, I figured I'd kind of show off the few movies that I picked up here. So I did get, and this one I was a little surprised to see because I thought this was kind of hard to get. I think this is still in print. And maybe it's not, and maybe they just had kind of a few copies left. But I did just do my David Lynch watches, and this is one of the movies that I did not have in my collection, so I was not able to watch it, and it's Wild at Heart. I really wanted this one. You have Nicolas Cage and Laura Dern, so I'm looking forward to checking this one out this year. Like I said, I've watched most of the other ones that I had in my collection from David Lynch, so definitely looking forward to checking out Wild at Heart. I also picked up a Gene Hackman movie. He just passed away, and very sad story. I don't know if you guys have kind of heard. The details are coming out about that, and it's just a really sad story. But I do need to see more Gene Hackman, especially a lot of his older movies I haven't seen a lot of. So I did pick up the Kino Lorber release of Prime Cut. I'm looking forward to checking this one out. It's Lee Marvin, Gene Hackman, and Sissy Spacek. So there he is on the back. Yeah, I really need to see more of his films. Was such an iconic classic actor, and it's just such a sad story. But I'm really looking forward to that one. And I also picked up Turbulence, starring Ray Liotta and Lauren Holly. I have not seen this one in a very long time, but I remember it being kind of a fun little action movie from the 90s. So I'm looking forward to checking this one out. Again, Ray Liotta, he also passed away just a few years ago now. So he was such a great actor too. A lot of fun movies that he did. So I'm looking forward to rewatching Turbulence here. I picked up another Nicolas Cage movie, and that is the Kino release of Snake Eyes by Brian De Palma. This is another one I haven't seen in a long time. You guys know I'm a big Nick Cage fan, so definitely looking forward to rewatching this one and checking it out. I'm hoping that maybe 8mm will get a Kino release in 4K. Because that's another one, like kind of around the same time of Nick Cage that I really wanted to check out and kind of get that on 4K. I don't think I have the Blu-ray of that back here. But anyway, next up is one of their newer releases. This one's a Blu-ray, Kino Blu-ray. The other ones are all 4Ks, right? Yeah, the 3 I've showed off so far are 4Ks. This one's a Blu-ray. Another one that I haven't seen in a long time. I watched this as a kid all the time, and that's John Candy and Summer Rental. This was such a fun movie. I have not seen it in such a long time, but I am looking forward to checking it out. There he is in the back when he gets all sunburnt. Just a really fun John Candy comedy from the 80s. I cannot wait to rewatch this. 1985. But yeah, I used to watch this all the time as a kid. And last up is another John Candy movie. You guys probably know what it is. It is the Kino 4K release of Uncle Buck. I can't wait to see this one again. This has been something I can't even tell you the last time I watched this. You got Macaulay Culkin, John Candy. Who else is in this? Amy Madigan. Yeah, John Hughes film. You can't really go wrong with Uncle Buck here. Again, from Kino. So again, these were all purchased at the Diabolik booth. And most of these are Kino releases. And then, of course, I got the 2 that I purchased from the directors, Bloody Summer Camp and the Wishmaster collection. So all in all, it was a fun time at New Jersey Horror Con. Again, this was the first time I had gone to this specific convention. I am looking forward to going to Chiller next month. I did go in, I think it was back in October. I did a whole video on that as well. So I'll post that here or here so you guys can check that out if you haven't. But it's one of my videos that actually did pretty well. It's got a few hundred views on that. So had a lot of fun. Had a lot of fun at New Jersey HorrorCon. So yeah, that is it. I just wanted to kind of talk a little bit about this recent convention. Drop a comment down below if you were at New Jersey HorrorCon. I do know the Marshalls were there. I did watch their video. I'm going to give them a little bit of a shout out because I know they've done some conventions here in New Jersey. I didn't get to meet them. I honestly did not know that they were there until I watched the video. And they took video at the Diabolik booth, and you can see me standing there, sort of. I'm kind of cut off at the head. You can see my shirt. But yeah, the Marshalls were there. I did watch their video. So check out the Marshalls if you haven't. They do a lot of conventions. But yeah, that is everything. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm on Letterboxd, Instagram, and Facebook. I will put the link in the description below. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next time.